Okay, stop me if you've heard this one. What's my best advice for an actor? If there's something else you should be doing, do that instead. Spoiler alert for the topic of this video, that advice is all garbage. Hi there, welcome to my channel, or today we're gonna call it Christine's Creative Corner. So if you've been watching my videos, you know by now I am a real estate agent by day, and I do a little bit of this YouTube stuff by night. Well, not by night. I mean, right now it's like 4:30 or something. If I were a superhero, the creative person is my superhero ability and the realtor is my secret identity. So it may not surprise you to learn that I majored in theater in college. My degree is in playwriting. And in high school, theater was pretty much my entire life. So when I was in my early teens and I was starting to get excited about theater, I started getting a lot of advice from people in the industry, people who'd been working as actors or writers, singers, dancers. A lot of advice was coming at me, and a lot of it kind of had the same sort of tone, which was, if there's anything else in the world you could be doing, you should do that instead, because this is so incredibly difficult. You know, here I am, barely knowing myself, barely coming out of childhood, and I found something that made me feel like a part of something. And all of the advice I was getting about it was, if you can't deal with the rejection and the challenges, then you need to pick something else. Really made me start to feel like anytime I came up against failure, if I didn't take that in stride, then I wasn't strong enough to be a creative person and that I should give up. My experience in high school theater, it was kind of a mixed bag. My freshman and sophomore years, I didn't really get parts of note, which was fine. You know, obviously I wanted to be the lead. In my junior and senior year, when my other classmates started getting all of the lead roles and those roles started going to kind of the same people over and over and over, I started to think to myself, well, maybe I'm just not that good of an actor, not that good of a dancer, not that good of a singer, because these people are always getting the lead roles and they must just be better than me. Like that's the only conclusion I could kind of draw at that point. Honestly, like I wasn't that good. I wasn't like a mini Meryl Streep or anything. I did all right. So by the time I got into college, I thought, well, we're gonna give this another try because I feel like I really have to give it the old college try. Oh my God, the old college try. Yeah, I had to give it the old college try. Once I got to college, it was almost worse. There were a lot more opportunities for casting. There were a lot more opportunities for me to be rewarded kind of with these roles, with these parts in shows, and I wasn't getting any of them. I felt like the universe had just finally beaten me over the head enough times and told me, hey, you really suck at this. This is not something you should be doing. Like, what was there left for me to do? I did 4 years of college. I have no experience to show for it, and I've clearly proven to myself that I am too weak to go about this as a career. So I guess I may as well do something more realistic. I was so young to just decide that I couldn't be creative anymore. Way I got back into theater after many years away was I heard Hamilton for the first time. God, it's so cheesy, but like it changed me. I had spent so long without theater in my life. I started remembering how good being around theater made me feel. And after that point, things were kind of never the same. I literally Googled community theater in my town. I got cast in the role of the Queen of Hearts in a play called CSI Wonderland at the Canyon Theater Guild. And I kind of thought, did they make a mistake? Like, why did they give me this big role? I suck. Do they not know that I suck? I felt like I had permission to be creative again. Whether that was writing a play or designing costumes or directing, I realized that I could open those doors again. It was no longer something completely out of my reach. The biggest problem for me is getting motivated to actually do something, because I feel like if it's not going to be not just perfect, but if the product isn't going to be good, then the process is just a waste of time. But that really stops me before I even start, which is so stupid, because how am I going to get better at something unless I practice? So in a lot of ways, the last few videos I've been doing, I think I've got like 8 or 9 at this point, they've been practice. My YouTube videos are still really rough around the edges. I'm still just learning my way through iMovie. Like, I'm still in these really, really early stages, and just having some product to show, whether it's good or not, I've found is so helpful and so valuable to me making more and getting better at that. If my little videos here with my double-digit view counts can be proof to you of anything, it's that you can do the thing. I'm doing the thing, and I'm not even that good at it yet. I think the thing that really motivates me at this point is the idea that other people are doing this. So why can't I do this too? There are much bigger idiots on YouTube than me, so... Another thing that really gets me stopped before I even start is this imposter syndrome that I know a lot of people feel, that I can't make YouTube videos because I'm not a YouTuber. Or if someone asks me, like, what are your YouTube videos about? I have to like downplay it and be like, oh, well, they're not that good yet. They're just these silly little videos I do. Like, why do I feel the need to diminish everything that I do just because it's not excellent yet? I notice I keep saying yet. I think that's really important. I know in my mind that it's just a matter of when. Why am I so focused on how I can identify myself as an artist, and I'm so scared of actually doing the art in the first place? This sucks, and this is what so many artists and creatives go through all the time, and that's why it breaks my freaking heart every time I hear that stupid advice of it's going to be hard and terrible and it's awful, and if you could do anything else in the world, you should do that instead. Like, you don't have to tell me it's going to be hard. I know it's hard. What I needed those people to tell me when I was young is that you need to be aware of the tools you need to gather, but don't give up before you've even gotten started because you're too scared to try. Actually popped up on trending Twitter this weekend, harsh writing advice, which is based on this tweet just from some Yahoo on the internet. Harsh writing advice. Your writer friends are also your competition. Sorry. This is horrible advice, and rightfully Twitter called this yokel out on it. I just said yokel like I'm like an old-timey prospector. What was that about? Some of the responses to this are so sarcastic and wonderful. Harsh writing advice. The Phantom of the Opera is in the public domain, so if you're not writing a Phantom of the Opera retelling, it is a hate crime. Harsh advice. You have to hunt and eat your fellow writers. They will taste of Cheetos, pink wine, and despair. But this is how the publishing gods are fed. Sorry. My husband works in publishing, so can confirm. Why is harsh writing advice trending? I would like gentle writing advice only. Same. Honestly, so much same. I'm a little soft. I need to be handled gently when it comes to criticism, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Tough love doesn't work for me, and it doesn't have to work for everybody. And I think so much of this harsh writing advice or these bad takes about what it's like to be a creative person in the world. Oh my God, I lost the train of thought, and I had so much good conviction in the way I said that. It's just like all of these things, like young writers, young artists, young actors have all heard variations of this type of advice, and it sucks so much. So please, if you're a successful person and you're giving advice to younger people, or less successful people, please stop telling them stuff like this. You might be hurting a young creative person so much, they are never going to be able to come back from it, and that creativity will be squashed forever. I know I am talking like this is the most serious thing in the world, but this is the kind of stuff that gets me heated. People talk about their passions in such an abstract way sometimes, and I just want to be really honest and forthcoming about how much this kind of thing pains me and how passionate I am about creative work and what it means for me in my life. I know this video took on a little more of a rambling kind of narration than the videos I've been doing recently. I just had a lot of stuff on my chest about creativity that I really wanted to take a minute to talk about it and hope that the way I talk about this can help other creative people feel like it's okay not to listen to that kind of advice. If there's something else in the world you could be doing other than insert artistic endeavor here, that's cool. You can do that, or you can keep doing the creative thing you love. Don't give up on it just because some successful person told you that it's incredibly difficult. Thanks for watching this video. It's been an emotional one for me, but one that I think was really important for me to do. So, you know what? I just finished filming a video and I'm gonna take the next couple of days to edit it, put it together, and put it on the internet. And if I can do that for the 8th-ish time in a row, then that's kind of a signal to myself that maybe it's okay to just be trying. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye!